mummy's with the maggots now.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Well, hi there.
Hello and welcome to Would You Die? The show where, oh my god, he's leaking hamburger helper. I'm Austin Torres.
I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
And we are continuing Clown Month with the most iconic horror movie clown? The most iconic movie clown?
Probably.
We're talking Pennywise the Dancing Clown in the 2017 adaptation of Stephen King's It.
Hell yeah, we are. We could not do Clown Month and not talk about Pennywise. That would have been very silly.
It would have been, like, pretty clownish of us.
It really would have been.
And to be fair, there are a lot of clown movies I could have found for us, but we're doing It.
Yeah, of course we are. Maybe we'll do a Clown Month part 2, but for now, we're doing It.
I'd rather do a Bear Month.
Me too. We should do a Bear Month.
We should do a Bear Month. Stop teasing me.
So, if you've never seen it, first of all, spoilers, but you probably have because it was very pervasive in 2017. And
It broke like the record for being the highest grossing R-rated film of all time, and it still is, I think.
I think so. I think that's true. But it follows the story of the Losers Club, who is a group of 7 outcast children who are terrorized by the being that emerges from the sewer known as It, otherwise known as, or most commonly taking the form of, Pennywise the Dancing Clown. If you can't see it, but if you hear vague squeaking in the background, it's because Austin is doing the dance in his seat, like the weird little jig.
Yeah.
So now you know. So It, when did you first see it?
In 2017 on opening weekend.
That makes sense for you, yeah.
I went with my mom and my mom's friend, and I mean, the trailers I've been playing all summer. At this point, I haven't read Stephen King, and this is still earlier in my horror.
Right.
I had just graduated college, and college was big for horror for me.
Right.
But I wasn't the most familiar with. I've seen a handful of Stephen King, but since then I've seen a lot more Stephen King.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was great. I saw it in a packed theater. No one thought that opening scene with Georgie, like, no one thought it was going to go as hard in the paint as it did.
Yeah, absolutely.
That opening scene, like, it fucking rules. Mm-hmm. And then I've been a fan of this film ever since.
Good.
How about you? What is your personal connection?
Well, my personal connection's kind of weird because, as you guys know, we've talked about this before, horror came to me later in life. And so, that makes me sound like very old. Not that old, but so...
No, you're old.
Thank you so much. You're older than I am.
Not when I lie.
Listen, one of us is Gen Z. It's not Austin. Anyway, I had not seen it, the first one, when it came out. But my friend Holly, our friend Holly, shout out to Holly, asked me to go see It Chapter 2 with her and a group of, like, our friends and stuff like that. And I was so scared. I was like, I can't do this. I'm so scared. I've heard so many things about the scary clown movie. I don't like clowns to begin with, whatever. So I did what you should never do. I'm not recommending this, but I did it. I looked up a play-by-play synopsis of the first movie and read it. And then I looked up a play-by-play synopsis of the second movie so that I could be ready for all of the jump scares and not make a fool of myself. So I watched the second movie knowing everything scene for scene that was going to happen. And I still had a great time. So much so that night I came home at like 1 a.m. because we went to go see it like opening night on Thursday night. I went home at like 1 a.m. and watched the first one.
That's awesome.
So I actually saw the second one first and then saw the first one. But since then I have watched them in the proper order and, rectified that situation. But yeah, I still had such a great time watching both of those movies. So That was my personal connection.
Have you seen the Tim Curry miniseries since?
Since then, yes.
Okay.
I have. Because I'm a big Tim Curry fan, so like, I have since.
I haven't seen that in years. Oh, I might have been like a kid when I saw it.
That's fair.
Jeremy, what is your personal connection with it?
So, I was a kid when I saw the Tim Curry version. I was probably like 13 or 14 when I saw that for the first time. I didn't know it was, we talked about this off mic earlier. I didn't know it was a mini series. Like, I didn't know that's how it aired. I just assumed it was a movie because it plays like a movie.
And it's shot like a movie.
Right.
It's a movie that feels like a movie.
It's a TV series that feels like a movie.
It's not like a low budget because it had a TV.
No.
That Tim Curry one. I hesitate to say low budget because it was a very high budget for TV.
Right.
But for a movie,
right.
At that time, so it kind of looks like a TV movie at times.
It does.
But it feels like a.
But it feels like a movie. It doesn't
feel like a movie.
It doesn't feel like something that was episodic.
Right.
So I saw that when I was like 13 or 14 and liked it. I wasn't like a huge fan because even at that time it felt a wee bit outdated, and that may have honestly been the TV aspect of it for me, especially at like 14 years old. That was the one and only time I saw it. I would have bet you if I watched it today, I would have different opinions on it. But at 14, I was like, this is like not scary because it's old, and that's not really how I feel about movies now. Right, like that comes with maturity and growth, I think, and understanding how these movies are made. So I was pretty excited when they announced that they were remaking it because these movies are good. I like them both. I don't think that it is necessarily like when they came out, I was like, that's a much needed remake. I don't know that I feel that it was much needed, but it was welcomed. I liked it. I went and saw it on opening weekend as well, in the theaters with some friends. I remember walking out of the theater. What was really funny was I didn't watch any of the promo.
Okay.
So I knew it was being made, but I somehow missed that it was being made as a two-parter. So I walked out of the movie theater after chapter 1 and was like, they missed a lot. Because I had read the book at that point, too.
Right.
And I was like, they missed, not, like, when I say they missed a lot, like, they missed a lot. And then I realized later, I was like, oh. They're making another. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Well, they didn't really promote it as being a two-parter.
No, they didn't. And, and it makes sense the way they did it because, and we'll talk about this when we get into, like, the historical context and the novel and everything. But the novel is very much back and forth between the two time periods where these two movies in particular decided to go back then and now. Right? Like, in that order. And so I remember walking out of the theater and being like, they told a really concise story. And, like, they told a story that is really, like, it ends at a good place. But they missed half the book. And I was very confused until I realized what was happening.
Well, I remember when, like, the end title card came up and it said the chapter 1.
Right.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people in the theater were, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're getting more Pennywise.
Yeah, and, I didn't realize, like, I think I probably just, like, missed it or was talking to a friend or something, so I didn't catch it when it happened live, but that was how I felt, like, at, like, Spider-Man Across the Universe.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was...
Or Across the Spider-Verse.
That was hype, too.
Yeah, where it ended on, like, to be continued.
Yeah,
like,
or, like, Back to the Future Part 2.
Right. But that's my background. I like the book. I like the movies. I like Stephen King.
Anneliese, have you read the book?
I have not. We were talking about this earlier today about how it's one I've got to get on. I have not read any Stephen King novels.
That's a little surprising.
It's very surprising.
He's done a bunch.
I have a bunch of them, and I have, like, they've been on my, like, the problem is, like, I get very ambitious with my reading list, so, like, The Shining was on my list for January, and then I just never got to it, and now it's like, okay, it feels like that's when I have to wait for next winter to read, so it definitely needs to make the list.
Well, it's a summer book.
Yeah, so that might be coming up. I might get that one from the library. And
it's also a behemoth.
Yeah, but that doesn't scare me as much as it's just like...
The contents.
Yeah. Exactly.
The book is heavy both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, yeah,
It
that's
is.
true.
Most print copies, I believe, have it at like 1,030 something pages. It's very long.
That's a big boy.
It's a big book.
And you got to take well, you don't have to do anything, but I think it's smart to take breaks from it because it gets so dark.
Yes. Yeah.
I normally am one to read multiple books at a time, so that's probably not a huge issue, but yeah.
Gotcha. But I think the book's really good. I remember the summer leading up to it, chapter 1. Like, Warner Brothers was promoting it pretty well. Like, I remember it was being really hyped up. Like I said, when I saw it, it was a packed theater. Mm-hmm. Sold out, I'm pretty sure. So
that's not surprising. So talking about like kind of getting into the historical context of it and the novel and the miniseries and how the kind of new remake came about. So as we talked about, it is a horror novel. It was written in 1986. It is pretty consistently close to the story in the movie, if I'm understanding correctly. I know Jeremy just mentioned like there's a little bit of there's more back and forth between the adults and the children in the book than there is in the movie, where they're split into two separate
I don't want to
entities,
bounce
but-
around too much
Yeah, no,
with
I know.
next week's episode.
Right.
From what I remember reading the book, and Jeremy, I need your opinion on this, I think It Chapter 2 does a much better job, like, telling the story the same way the book does.
100% it does, yeah, because it really does kind of do, like, the flashbacks and the, like, it's...
Yeah,
and we'll talk about that next week, like you said, but it does. This first movie is expressly and explicitly the experiences of them as children.
but it's not the first half of the book.
But it is
like the
not
entire
the
book is
first half
back
of the
and
book.
forth.
Right.
Correct. Yep.
Because I don't remember, but isn't the bridge attack scene
It's like the first chapter.
The first chapter, and then
Yep.
it flashes back to Georgie's
Correct.
scene.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
it's
because
been a couple years since I read the book.
yes, and the book begins like honestly, it's a really good job of the writers of the screenplays of these movies to be able to pull out what is the story in the old timeline and what is the story in the new timeline and separate them.
Exactly.
Because that's not an easy feat.
No, and the book goes all over the place with the time. It's an
Yes.
epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as the book goes, Stephen King wrote it over the course of 5 years. He started writing it in 1980. He finished it in 85. It was published in 86. The plot of the book covers a slightly different timeline. The kids are experiencing Pennywise through the events of 1957-58, and then the adults are experiencing the timeline from 1984 to 1985. But the movie kind of updates that to the 80s and then modern day.
Yeah.
Which I think they do a really good job of.
I think they do
translating
a really
that very
good job
well.
of it, and I think it was smart to do that. Mm-hmm. Also.
Yeah. As far as reception goes, it won a lot of awards. It was the #1 selling hardcover book in 1986, I believe. So that's pretty cool, especially for a horror novel. And then, yeah, it won a lot of awards. Modern day audiences are a little bit more critical of it, mostly due to some sexually explicit scenes, which I think is sexually explicit might be the wrong word for it, as we've talked about, like sexually connotative scenes, I guess.
Regarding them as children.
As children. So,
would you guys say that this novel is King's magnum opus? Like, is this the book for him?
I can't really have this conversation, I feel like, but in terms of popularity,
That's kind of what I'm
probably.
talking about, like books he's known for.
It's hard to say for him because the movies kind of cloud judgment, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think one might argue The Shining, but is it because it's The Shining, the book, or because the movie is so iconic?
Right.
That's where I'm like, I'm not sure. I think it is his magnum opus.
I think it
that
probably
is so
is.
fucking big.
Yeah, I think The Stand is a big one for him.
So
Oh, that one's really fucking big too.
Yeah.
this is kind of actually crazy. So looking at best-selling Stephen King novels of all time, this was updated a year ago, so like obviously could have changed. But The Shining comes in at 6. The Stand is 5. Pet Sematary is 4.
Can't count out Pet Sematary.
It is 3. Carrie is 2. And number 1 is
Christine.
Number 1 is The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger.
The Dark Tower
Okay,
is a series, though,
Yeah,
and that whole series might be his magnum opus.
Well, and this is the first one in the series.
But as a series, The Gunslinger, or as a
Dark
series,
Tower.
The Dark Tower, oh my god. Who gave me a podcast? I can't even talk.
It was you.
The Dark Tower,
Yeah.
as a series, might be his magnum opus. Like,
Right.
that's his Star Wars.
Yes. Yeah.
So, because that's a span, yeah. But if we're taking individual works, maybe it,
Yeah.
because I know Carrie sold more copies, but Carrie also has like almost a decade
Right.
Right.
on it, and it's not nearly as big.
Yeah.
Just literally. I think more people could tell you who Pennywise is than
Give you
could tell
the
you.
ins and outs of Carrie. Yeah.
Right.
I think that like the thing is like the book I mean, I don't know if it establishes it, but it is the book that mainstreamed Derry, Maine as a location that he uses multiple times across multiple novels.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm like, I think it's so pervasive in his own work that it might be his.
It might be the most famous because like people who pick up his other works know it's referenced back.
Yep.
That's
Right.
fair.
Yeah.
And it features callbacks to previous. Callbacks don't feel right, but like references to his other works. Spoilers for It the book, but Dick Halloran is a very small character in that book.
We talked about that during the Shining episode, I'm pretty sure.
We did.
There's a great reference to Christine, but we'll talk about that next week. Because that has to do more with chapter 2. But there's a great reference to Christine in it. I'm sure there's more that I can't think of at the moment. Those are the 2 examples coming to mind. But I think I don't know what came first, it or the Dark Tower.
It came first. It was 4 years before. Or no, sorry. The Dark Tower came first. It was 4 years before it.
I think the Dark Tower is when Stephen King started to like make his books in like kind of like a multiverse sort of thing. Well before the MCU.
Right. So that is the novel. Then in 1990, it was turned into the miniseries starring Tim Curry, which was...
Olivia Hussey's in it too, I think.
Yes, that is true. Who, if you're an English teacher, you know from trying not to show children her boobs in...
Black Christmas.
I'm not even doing this right now. I'm just...
If you're a horror fan, you know her from Black Christmas.
Yeah, if you're not, then you know her from... Not that. Yeah, so...
Seth Green's in it too, I think.
Let's see. Let's look at the cast. We have...
I haven't not seen it in...
Richard Thomas, who plays Bill. We have Annette O'Toole, who plays Beverly Marsh. John Ritter plays Ben.
Nice.
Harry Anderson plays Richie. Dennis Christopher plays Eddie. Tim Reed plays Mike. And Richard Mazer plays Stanley.
Are those the adults or the kids?
Those are the... Maybe they are the adults. Yeah, I think they're the adults. Yes, they are the adults. They don't have... I don't know if they have the kids in here. Yeah, I don't know. But Olivia Hussey plays Bill's wife. Yeah, there's a couple of... I don't know who the kids are. They're not in the article. But there was a lot of apprehension when this was kind of being released because of TV's more strict morality laws than movies had at the time. Even now. I mean, like, unless you're talking straight to streaming or HBO or something like that, there is a lot of standards that it has to meet. So Yeah, lots of people were interested in screen adaptations of King's work because Pet Sematary did so well. So ABC required rights to the television miniseries. They decided to prioritize it after Stand By Me was successful because of the fact that it was a King story about children.
Right.
So
I found the young cast.
Oh, okay, good.
Jonathan Brandis plays young Bill. Emily Perkins plays young Beverly Marsh. And that is a name I recognize because she is Bridget in Ginger Snaps.
Yup. The goat. She's in Supernatural.
Brandon Crane played young Ben. Seth Green plays young Richie.
Okay.
Which, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Frazel plays young Eddie. David Allen Greer. Wait, that's not right. Marlon Taylor plays young Mike. The problem with the Wikipedia is they put the adults first and then later on.
Yeah.
So I have to do reading. I have to work for my answers.
You have to look through it. Mm-hmm.
Ben Heller played young Stan.
Nice. The miniseries was pretty well received. That's funny. It was aired in May of 1990, and then it unfortunately had to deal with a lot of cut-ins of President H.W. Bush's European trips and his visit with the troops in the Persian Gulf. So they would show a little bit of it. They would flash to H.W. They would show a little bit of it. But it did pretty well. It was the biggest success of 1990 for Capital Cities, which is the owner of ABC. It had 30 million viewers over its 2-night premiere. Part 1 was the 5th highest rated program of the week, and Part 2 was the 2nd highest rated program of the week.
Nice.
The second part was the most taped program of the month of November in terms of VCR taping, and yeah, it was the only non-safe fare in 1990 to obtain the high ratings it received. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. And then obviously we did not see the remake until 2017.
I hesitate to call it a remake just because it is the first real movie.
That's true, I suppose.
Because it's a miniseries.
Adaptation, I guess, is what I would say.
Yeah. Readaptation. But it is a different medium.
Mm-hmm. So the film adaptation has been an ongoing development since 2009.
I'm surprised they didn't try to start doing that earlier.
Yeah. They announced that they were bringing it to the big screen in 2009. And it was adapted into 2 different screenplays, one by David Kajganich,
mm-hmm.
and the other one by Cary Fukunaga.
Yeah.
And Fukunaga was kind of the person that wrote the one that we think of and came up with the iteration that we think of when we think of the movie.
He was attached to direct for a while, I think.
Yes, he was attached to direct for a while until 2015. He dropped out. He clashed with the studio and didn't really want to compromise in the wake of budget cuts.
Mm-hmm.
But he stayed around to kind of help with some background stuff. He was not fully dropped from the project. And then Andy Muschietti, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Did in fact start to direct the movie. And yeah, it started to come together after that.
I believe at this point Andy Muschietti was most well known for doing Mama.
Yeah, I think that's
with
true.
Jessica Chastain,
mm-hmm.
who will be important next week.
That's true. So yeah, not Jessica Chastain. So yeah, it kind of then started to come together. They filmed a lot of it in Port Hope, which is a municipality in Canada. They also went to Bangor, Maine to scope out locations because that is what Derry is based off of.
Yeah.
The legends of the sewer systems in Bangor is how Stephen King got the idea. So yeah, they did the majority of the filming in Yonkers, in Port Hope, and a couple of other places, including Bangor.
Can you imagine living in a place called Yonkers? Hey, where are you from? Yonkers.
Yonkers. Yeah, wow.
My apologies if you're from Yonkers. I'm not trying to just, like, diss your entire community.
Interesting notes on Pennywise's costuming design. A lot of it was based on the clothing style of the Renaissance, including, like, the big collar we think of as, like, a Renaissance collar. Some people call it, like, a Shakespearean collar at this point. But that was very purposeful to kind of reflect that he is from a different time. He is an ancient being. He is older than we know. So, yeah, that was all that. And then it premiered at the Chinese Theater September 5th, 2017. And, yeah, has kind of been out there ever since.
It was a phenomenon.
Yeah, when we get to cultural impact, I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Pennywise, because we're talking about clowns anyway.
The Dancing Clown.
Yeah, so Pennywise in this iteration is played by Bill Skarsgard. Yes?
Who we just seen in
Yes.
Barbarian.
Yes.
And that's why Barbarian had a meta casting as, like, we shouldn't trust, because audiences know that's fucking Pennywise.
Yeah. He's so good. Like, here's the thing, is, like, he's just so good because I've seen him in other things. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen him in Barbarian, where he plays this very, like, charming dude, whatever. He also he's been, like, a lot of different, very iconic characters. I mean, he's been Pennywise. He also, we talked about him twice, actually, during the month of the 313 month, because he was also Eric Draven in the remake of The Crow.
But none of us have seen it.
None of us have seen it, but
He's Nosferatu.
he was Count Orlok, or Nosferatu, yes. He is
Bounce on it. Crazy style.
I wish you hadn't said that.
I did.
I wish you hadn't, though.
It is a dark omen to reference Count Orlok and not bounce on it.
I'm not doing that.
That's our show.
He also is playing Little John in The Death of Robin Hood this year. So that's cool.
Like the bear?
Yeah, like the bear, but like the man.
Oh, yeah. Robin Hood's real legend.
Yeah, it's not just like
Robin Hood and Little John.
walking through the forest.
Have you seen... Okay, I'm going to get us off track. I'm sorry.
You can get us off track. That's fine.
Yeah, that's true. I do what I want. Have you seen the Vine or the Reel or TikTok, whatever they're called these days? It's that song, except it's Robin Hood and, like, Lil Jon. So it's Robin Hood and Lil Jon. Yeah! Walking through the forest. Okay!
I have not, but that's hilarious.
Next time I see it, I'll send it right to you.
Send it my way. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, so he's very talented. So he was obviously in this. The Skarsgards, man. I don't know how many of them there are, but there's a lot of them.
There's Stellan, the dad.
Yep, he's great.
There's Alexander, the hottie.
I believe you.
He was in Godzilla vs. Kong, but he was also in, what's it called? Tarzan. And I think he was in Infinity Pool, but I haven't seen Infinity Pool.
He was in The Stand.
Oh, like the new version of it?
The 2020, 2021.
Yeah, but that was
version of The Stand.
television.
Yeah.
I don't watch television.
I'm sorry. He was also in Succession.
Yeah, but that's television.
I'm really sorry. I'll stop.
I like Alexander Skarsgård. He's in a lot of good stuff.
There's
He's
Gustav and Walter and Kolbjorn.
Now you're just saying. Wait, wasn't he in The Northman?
Which one?
The Northman.
No, which Skarsgård?
Oh, Alexander.
I just named like 87 of them. Yes, he was in The Northman.
I like The Northman. That's a really good movie.
I didn't see it.
You should watch The Northman. Because you like history.
I do. That's true. Anyway.
And Bjork's in it.
Bjork?
Yeah.
Like Bjork?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the only one I know.
That's fair. I don't know why I said that. Like, there's more than one Bjork. Yeah, so Bill, he's good. His dad's great. His dad is in a lot of movies that I like he's in a lot of really good movies, and then he's also in a lot of movies that I like Mamma Mia, and also Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest.
Those are good movies.
They are movies.
Also, he's in like
Thor.
A bunch of the Thor Avengers. Yeah. He's in Andor. He's like really important in Andor.
He's in Good Will Hunting. It's like
one of
his best roles.
Yeah, like I said, he's in a lot of very, very good movies, and also a lot of movies that I like, that I think are good.
You don't like Good Will Hunting?
I do. I love Good Will Hunting, but it's not like that's not one that I'm like.
He was just nominated for an Oscar for Sentimental Value, which I have not seen yet.
I haven't seen it. He was in.
I think he would have gotten nominated for Good Will Hunting as supporting actor if Robin Williams wasn't in Good Will Hunting as a supporting actor. Like,
yep, that real possibility.
He was in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh yeah.
He was also, I forgot he was Prince in Romeo and Juliet, the 2013 version. This is not the point.
There's a 2013 version?
Yeah, it stars Haley Steinfeld.
I like her.
It's actually like a pretty good version of Romeo and Juliet. It's not like the worst. And the cast is crazy. We're doing this now. Sorry. Hi everybody. So it has Douglas Booth as Romeo.
Who's that?
Douglas Booth is known, well, he's not known for this, but he's known for this for You as playing Nikki Sixx in The Dirt.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know who he is.
Haley Steinfeld is Juliet. Damian Lewis plays Lord Capulet. Ed Westwick is Tybalt.
I don't know a lot of these names.
That's fucking crazy. Ed Westwick is from a TV show that you don't know, but it's Gossip Girl. Paul Giamatti is Friar Lawrence.
Okay, lead with that. I know who Paul Giamatti is.
Stellan Skarsgård is Prince Aeschylus.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's got some people. Leslie Manville, she's the nurse.
I know who Leslie Mann is.
Yeah, no, not her. Anyway, whatever. That's not the point. None of this has to do with anything because we're not even talking about the right Skarsgård. Let's go back to Bill. So, Bill plays Pennywise.
Yep.
He's really good at it, and it scares me really bad. And I don't know like what his gag reflex is like, but the drool that he has going on is the most disconcerting thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And I watched Terrifier this month. So.
But he wasn't drooling. Art the Clown wasn't drooling.
Okay.
And then also, Pennywise does that thing with his eye.
It's so weird. How does he do that?
I don't know.
I don't like it.
That opening scene with Georgie, and he's doing there's cotton candy, and hot dogs, and popcorn. And he just go pop.
It's so much.
And then he just kind of like stops and just pause, like his eye just like drifts lazily to the left.
I can't.
Even Georgie's like, yeah, I should go.
Yeah, Pennywise is something else.
And hot takes from Austin Torres. Pennywise is kind of a meanie.
Really?
Like, so he's harassing Eddie. Later in the movie, the kids try to kill him in the house, and Eddie falls through, like, the ceiling and breaks his arm. Pennywise is, like, trying to... He's, like, playing with his food, essentially. And then Bill and Richie come up. Bill's like, it's not real. It's not real. And Pennywise is just like, I'm not real? I'm not real enough for you, Bill? I was real enough for Georgie. And then everyone's like, damn! Like, Chris Tucker, Ice Cube style. At least that was me in the theater. And also the other night when I watched this again. You know what they should call him instead of Pennywise?
What?
Pettywise. Because he petty as fuck.
He is pretty petty. That is true. Yeah, so Pennywise is a lot. I don't like him. I think he's very scary, and I know that's a really hot take. But here's the thing about Pennywise is like he came at a very clownish time in our lives, right? Because like 2016, like
we elected a clown.
Well, we elected a clown, but also those clowns were all over the fucking place.
They were trying to warn us.
And then that was before Pennywise. That was pre-Pennywise.
Right.
And then he showed up, and we were all just like, yeah, he's fucking scary as shit. And
also, he's a gay icon.
I need you to explain that one, actually.
I can't. I'm not gay.
Okay. Can you explain where you got this from, that he's a gay icon?
Him and the Babadook.
Well, the Babadook has a lore, like, has a reasoning behind it.
Right. And I don't know why, but I think they claimed Pennywise.
They claimed Pennywise. Why does that sound so evil?
I don't know why. I don't mean it like that, but I mean, like, I just see a lot of fan art with Pennywise and the Babadook.
That's fair.
I thought you would know this.
I didn't know this. I'm sorry.
Because you're in tune with the popular culture.
You would think I would. Yeah, but I didn't know that. That's very fun for me. I love that. Good for Pennywise the Dancing Clown / gay icon.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you pull up your Google?
Yep.
And Google Pennywise gay icon?
Yeah. That's actually a great idea.
I need to be validated.
Pennywise gay icon. Yeah, people ship him with the Babadook. That's fucking crazy. I had no idea.
So I'm not making this... Okay, I thought for a second, like, I dreamt this.
We'll talk about why I think this is inherently problematic next week, but no spoilers. But yeah, no, there's, like, fan art of him, like, at Pride with his boyfriend, the Babadook.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm not making this up.
That's crazy.
For a second, I thought I was.
No, you're not. I just had no idea. This is fascinating for me. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, he's been turned into a gay icon by the internet.
Maybe that's why he's so petty.
I mean, he is pretty flamboyant.
I'm not gay enough for you, Bill.
I'm not gay enough for you, Bill.
I was gay enough for Georgie.
Don't say that. Not in the context of what he represents. And again, we'll talk about why I find this inherently problematic next week. So what is your kind of initial reaction to Pennywise as an entity? Okay, first of all, I guess we haven't talked about this because like we should have because it's Clown Month. Are you scared of clowns?
I used to be.
Really?
I used to be pretty hard. Like, other than spiders and the constant fear of failure, clowns were like my number 3.
Yeah.
But I just think around this time, I just got clowned out and I'm just not afraid of them anymore.
That's fair.
Like with the clowns and the...
What made it start? Like, what was your fear of clowns? Was it the miniseries? Was it like a different clown? Was it just like in general?
Well, my mom and I have a theory.
Okay.
That it was the animated film Dumbo.
Right, okay.
And that started my fear of clowns because they were mean to Dumbo.
That's fair.
I don't like bullies, especially when they're making fun of cute... No matter where they're from. But especially if they're making fun of cute little elephants.
That's true.
Because elephants, other than the Tyrannosaurus Rex, is my favorite animal.
I did not know that about you.
And the Tyrannosaurus Rex kind of don't count because he dead.
That's true. He is dead. Jeremy, do you have a fear of clowns?
Kind of similar. I used to. I don't really now because, like, the thing was, I feel like as a kid, you see the clown movies, and you're like, evil clowns. Yeah. And you're still going to, like, children's birthday parties. So, like, there's a real chance you come in contact with a clown.
Right.
The odds of me coming in contact with a clown as a full-grown adult are low.
They're not
zero.
Not zero, but low. You know?
That's fair, I suppose.
I think it's just one of those things where it's like, there's something inherently creepy about clowns that we've talked about all month. But there just comes a point where it's like, maybe it's getting older. Maybe it's the fact that there's so much killer clown content and just clowns in positions of power all over the world where it's just like, okay, I'm over it now.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, this got sad. That's the end of our podcast, everybody. No, I'm kidding.
Do I think Pennywise is scary? I think the idea of Pennywise is scary.
Okay.
I'm not... When I was a kid, I thought Pennywise was scary. The Tim Curry version. for sure. And I think what Bill Skarsgard is doing is great. I think the book's fantastic because Pennywise is kind of like a cosmic demon. He's a cosmic like entity that's malevolent.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing quite like Pennywise. And I think it's both really cool and really scary. I guess we'll talk more about this next week. The reason why I'm not particularly afraid of Pennywise is because you just roast him. I know how to beat him.
That's super fair. I think he's really disconcerting. I think he's very scary. But that is true. I mean, it's not hard to like actually defeat him.
If I didn't know that,
right,
I'd be scared.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I could beat him in a rap battle. I'm not.
That's probably fair.
I'm more scared of Eminem than I am of Pennywise.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about cultural impact? Because I have a lot to say about it.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
So, It 2017 had this very unique kind of cultural phenomenon attached to it in that it became a very pervasive fandom, which does happen, obviously, because fandoms are a thing, but does not happen a lot for specific horror movies. It happens sometimes. I mean, we have horror movies that have specific fandoms, but generally the horror fandom is kind of considered its own separate thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's usually a, like, all-encompassing thing with different subsets of, like, okay, this franchise is my favorite horror franchise, but I am a horror fan.
Right. There's only a handful of franchises that have a true...
Yes. Coming
to mind, it's Scream.
Yeah.
Halloween, I think, has a fandom.
Yeah, I would say so. But again, even them, I think that is a smaller circle inside of a horror fandom. Mm-hmm. There are people who are part of the It fandom who would not consider themselves horror fans.
I think Scream's like that.
Yes, I would agree that Scream is like that. So I want to talk about this because I was actually very funnily enough enmeshed in the It fandom, despite the fact that I had never seen the movie. And the reason for this is because of Finn Wolfhard. There was a very big overlap. In fact, it was almost a circle between the Stranger Things fandom in 2017 and the It fandom in 2017, also known as the Losers Club. That's what they called themselves.
I get it.
Yeah.
Not a very creative name, but...
Well, that's okay. But this... like I said, just a very pervasive fandom and phenomenon that kind of existed because of, again, like there's a lot of overlap, not just because of Finn Wolfhard, but because it's, you know,
there's similar 80s nostalgia.
They're similar in vibes.
Group of outcast kids riding bikes
in the summer, you know, like riding bikes.
And Stranger Things is just it.
It's
in a glossier.
They're upfront about it. The Duffer Brothers are like, we loved it, and that was why we made this show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that either.
No. I'm not putting shame on them, but they're very open about, like, we worship at the altar of Stephen King and Spielberg.
Yep. But I think that is, I feel very strongly about fandom spaces, which I've talked about before, and specifically giving younger people, and I don't just mean kids, like kids, yeah, like teenagers, yes, but like younger people as in like teens, early 20s, a space to kind of like be nerdy and like be in their interests and stuff like that. And that was really like the Tumblr in 2017 was just Stranger Things and It. Like that was all it was. I remember people getting like tattoos, like people getting tattoos of the boat or of like loser with the V covering the S. Like there's also like there was so much merch, and like it really became like kind of bigger than the actual movie, and I think even bigger than they really expected it to be, kind of in the way that like Terrifier is becoming now, where I think now that they're on like the fourth movie, they're probably like, yeah, this is expected, this is the kind of, it's not as mainstream for sure, because it's a much gorier franchise, but I do
it's still niche.
Yeah, I do think that it's a, like, in terms of it being bigger than they expected, I think is.
Definitely.
And I think the initial release probably wasn't bigger than they expected. Like, they expected it to do well. It's a Stephen King adaptation.
Right. But I don't think they expected it to
last. I mean, like, there was...
have legs, to break records.
Yeah.
They knew they were going to make their money back.
Yeah.
I don't think they expected just a grand slam.
Yeah. There's just, like, there's thousands of pages of, like, fan art and, like, headcanons and fan fiction and everything.
I mean, there's you mentioned all sorts of merch. There's Loungefly bags, there's Funko Pops, there's shirts, there's any kind of merch you can think of.
Yeah.
They slap Pennywise on it.
And, like, it's re-emerged now that Welcome to Derry has come out as well. Yeah.
And there's kind of similar to The Shining, there's iconography associated with it. Like a red balloon.
Yes.
A paper boat. This is SS Georgie. The Losers Club, but the S is painted over with the V.
Yeah.
For lover.
Even, I mean, like, just think about how many, like, people went as Pennywise for Halloween the next year. There was, like, a sexy Pennywise, like, subset of, like, college girls.
I'm aware.
And I know, because I was in college. Okay, gross. Because I was in college. But, like, that's, like, just one subset of the costume. You know what I mean? Like, anybody, like, people were Pennywise all over
And a lot of
place.
people were Georgie, too.
That's true, yeah.
That was
like a couple's costume for a while. Which is weird.
Yeah.
We should talk. We're going to talk about the implications again next week.
And I think most people, when they see a yellow rain jacket, they think of Georgie.
Yeah, I think at this point, probably.
Not me. I think of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But a lot of people would think of Georgie, I think. Rest in peace, Dennis Nedry. You would have loved 4chan.
Yikes.
That was an insane Jurassic Park observation I just made. But I stand by it.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Anyway, so yeah, I just like wanted to kind of touch on that because I think that was such a huge phenomenon that came out of this, was this fandom that I don't think anybody was really expecting. Like I said, I think people expected mainstream commercial success. I think that's different from what we see in fandom.
And kids love Pennywise. There's stuffed animals of Pennywise, and kids dress up. Like the children yearn for killer clowns.
The children yearn for killer clowns is crazy.
But I am correct.
You are correct. That's true. Are we ready for our Pennywise-latives?
Our Losers Club-latives?
Our Losers Club-latives.
Our superlatives? Our dancing clownlatives? Our sewerlatives?
Sure. That's pretty good. Superlatives?
Yeah.
I get it. What do you think, Jeremy?
Superlative is probably the best one that we're going to get for this, yeah.
Who would you save?
Oh, Georgie.
I was going to say, if you don't do it, I'm going to do it, yeah.
I'm like, is there anyone? Because I was thinking of the bully, then I was thinking of the other bully, then I was thinking of the girl we don't really know. And then, Georgie.
Yeah.
The film doesn't have as high of a body count as I remembered. But also, spoiler alert, I watched this, and part 2 really close together. And because there's,
Yeah.
And having read the book, there's a lot more death. But yeah, I would save Georgie. He's so cute. Rest in peace, Georgie. You would have loved Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't get it. I'm sorry.
He didn't make it very far in the childhood. That's the joke.
Oh.
Yeah, if he was alive a little longer, he would have seen Blue's Clues.
I see. That's fucked up.
Or, rest in peace, Georgie. You would have loved Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because, 89, he's 4 or 5.
I don't even have to buy the outfit.
He would have been like 7 or 8 when Jurassic Park came out.
He would have been prime Jurassic Park age. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would save Beverly.
She's not dead.
Yeah, she's abused.
And we're going to ignore that I've saved a lot of people who weren't dead the past couple of months.
Yeah, Beverly is abused. I'm saving her from her dad.
Fine.
Favorite scare?
Wait, before we move on. Sophia Lillis is so good as Bev.
Yeah.
She's great.
She's a great actress.
And she's been in a lot more stuff since then.
Mm-hmm.
I think of the Young Losers Club, she broke it the biggest.
That's probably true.
I don't count Finn Wolfhard because Finn Wolfhard was already in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And Stranger Things is like strong.
Right. Well, I mean, Bill Skarsgård.
Okay, that's fair. But he's not of the Young Losers Club.
Yeah, okay, you're right. That's true.
Braden Martell's been in a lot of movies, though. That's his name?
His name is Jaden, but yeah.
Jaden?
Jaden Martell.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jaden.
There's a Braden Martell out there that's like, I thank you for recognizing.
Yeah.
Well, you're cool too, Braden. But Jaden Martell, he was in Knives Out.
Yeah.
He was in Knives Out. He was in Y2K.
Yeah. He was really good in Y2K.
In the movie that only I saw and cared about, Metal Lords.
I've never even heard of this.
I know. He was in Our Hero Balthazar, which is coming out recent. Well, no, it just came out like last week.
Mm.
And it is a very fucked up movie, but it looks very good.
Haven't heard of that either. It
is a movie about a boy named Balthazar who sees another boy. So basically, it's like this. Jaden Martell plays this very like wealthy teenager who's really out of touch, who's posting videos about trying to get stricter gun laws because he wants to like gain attention and virality and everything through social justice. And then an online troll like begins mocking his videos and threatening to shoot up a school. And so Jaden Martell's character goes to Texas to be the hero and like try to befriend him so that he won't shoot up a school.
That's interesting.
It sounds really good. It also sounds really fucked up. Anyway, that's what he's doing.
That's a lot. That's working though. That's awesome. And Finn Wolfhard's still doing well for himself, I'd say.
Yes.
But the other kids haven't broken. But they might not be acting it, you know. They might want to be. They might not want to be.
Yeah, I mean, like...
There's been some time that past where they might have found other things they want to do. Because they were all so young.
Right. Well, and yeah, like... Wyatt Olaf was in Karate Kid Legends, which came out this year.
That's good. That's a good gig.
Jack Dylan Grazer was in the Shazam movies. He was also the voice in Luca.
Ooh, which one is he? Is he Stan?
Eddie.
Eddie. Oh, he's Eddie. Oh, he was in Shazam. That's right. He plays the crippled boy in Shazam.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Chosen Jacobs, who plays Mike, is doing more TV acting.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Finn Wolfhard is Finn Wolfhard.
Hell of a Summer.
He did Hell of a Summer. It sounds like he is mostly focusing on directing and music and
hell yeah,
that kind of stuff too. So that's good. Yeah, Sophia Lilith has been in the D&D movie. She just was in The Chair Company, which is the what's his name?
Tim Robinson
Thank
show.
you, Tim Robinson show.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she was in that last year. She was in a TV miniseries. She's in a lot of movies that are like TBA, like pre-production into filming kind of stuff. She was in Asteroid City.
Oh, I didn't see that because I
Didn't see it.
Yeah, I just didn't see it.
Jeremy Ray Taylor, who played
Is that Ben?
Ben.
He's so cute.
Was in a movie. He starred in a movie last year called London Calling.
He's so cute when he's Lil Ben.
Yeah. His New Kids on the Block phase is really cute with that. Anyway, yeah, those are kind of what everybody's up to.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on.
Favorite scare?
hot take, there's some good scares in this movie.
Yes. I don't know that that's a hot take, but yeah.
Part one. Well, like I said earlier, the initial Josie scene just kind of blew everyone away.
Yeah.
Because either you've never seen something like that before, or you don't expect to see that from a studio horror movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
The studio horror movies don't generally go that hard into the gore. Mm-hmm. And it's not like the goriest thing ever, but like...
No, but it's...
You don't expect it from...
You definitely don't expect it. That early in the movie, too.
Right. So that's up there. But I think I'm going to go with the projector scare.
That's a good one.
Because that scene rules.
Mm-hmm.
And I think... Yeah, I just think it's really masterfully done. How about you? What's your favorite scare?
I don't even necessarily think this is the best scare, but it is my favorite. When Mike is in the alleyway and he's seeing the hands come out of the side of like the butcher shop, and then all of a sudden he's like, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity, and the bullies are coming down the like alleyway in their car. I think that one is pretty like jarring. I like jump scares that are not like actually the main horror. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but like jump scares that you're not expecting to be jump scares because it's not the main thing. Like,
as long as they're not fake out jump scares. Like, it's a cat in the alley.
Oh, I like those. Yeah.
I don't like that.
I guess that it depends. I like them if they're not like we're building tension. You know what I mean? Like if they're just like a sharp cut or something like that, I think that's fun. I like that.
I like what you're talking about though, because sure, it's not Pennywise, but it's still a danger.
Yeah.
It's not the friend being like, oh, I'm playing a prank on you.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Which you can do it maybe once, and I'm like, okay, I had fun. But if you do it more than twice, I'm gonna be like, give me some real scares. Bleh. Yeah. I'm a very harsh critic, by the way.
I know.
Also, I gave this movie a heart.
Very harsh critic. Loves Red Eye.
What the fuck, dude? Why are you just bashing me and my correct opinions?
What's your Tony Todd Award for movie MVP?
Oh, shit.
This is hard. There's so many people in this movie.
I actually been thinking about this all day.
I have mine.
What if we have the same thing?
I'll freak out. I'll pick one of the many other talented people in the cast.
I don't think we're going to pick the same thing. I just have to make sure I get the name right. I'm going with Rich Delia, the casting director.
That's fair.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
Because I was thinking about this watching the movie, and also with the new casting director, Oscar. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, how they nominate like Sinners and One Battle After Another One.
Yeah.
I don't remember what else was nominated at this moment, but I was thinking about that, and I'm watching this movie, and it's so... I'm not a hater of children, but kids aren't always the best actors.
For sure.
And it's not their fault. They're kids. Like, and acting's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There are a lot of adults who can't act. I'm one of them.
Sure.
So, but this is a movie that relies so much on these kids. And they all have to be fantastic. And they are. That's the crazy thing about this movie, is they are all fantastic. There are some moments where I'm like, that's not the best acting. And then I remember they're 12.
Right.
Fair.
And they're being asked to do a lot.
Yeah. Especially in this one.
Yeah, especially in this one. So Rich, hell of a job. If this casting director award was out in 2017, I think it is an Oscar-nominated movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if not, it would have been...
Snubbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I I think this is a perfectly and obviously Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. When they first announced this movie, I'm like, why? I mean, Tim Curry's so iconic. No one can fit in those shoes. They're clown shoes. And then Bill Skarsgård said, Austin, I'll make a fool out of you. And I'm like, damn, he made a fool out of me.
Yeah.
Who is your Tony Todd Award winner for movie MVP?
Jaden Martell.
Oh.
I think he did a great job.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
With specifically like studying how a realistic stutter works. I mean, obviously he brings a lot of heart and emotion to the role as well, but like that's really hard for a teenage actor to do, is to get that right and not make it something that is like too intense. And I know he worked with like a dialect coach on everything. He also studied some other like famous stutters throughout like film history and that kind of stuff. Like he studied Colin Firth's performance in The King's Speech and things like that. So yeah, it was just obvious that it was something he worked really hard on.
And the movie don't work if Bill doesn't work.
Right.
So much of it is on him. Like, if they miscast Eddie, it's not as big of a or Rich, you know.
Right.
And they didn't. The kids playing...
No, but yes.
Like, Finn Wolfhard steals the show. The fucking hamburger helper line gets me every time. And Eddie, the kid who plays Eddie, is so great.
That's who I would give mine to.
No,
he's so good. He's so good in that role. I mean, like, he...
It's bullshit. They're gazebos.
The delivery of the comedic lines are so on point. His timing is phenomenal, and he plays the like son of an overbearing mother like to a T. He does a great job.
He always calls her mommy.
Yeah,
it's so cute. But yeah, it's a great cast. Great picks for your MVPs.
Has Austin met anyone from this cast? This is our new superlative.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I have. I have met 2 people from Stranger Things.
Nice.
But this is it.
Yeah.
It's it.
What is it?
Nope. I haven't met anyone from this cast.
All right.
Yet.
Is the score better than Jaws?
No.
No. But I like the score.
I like the score, too.
And it is done by Benjamin Wallfish, who has done a lot of scores that you probably know. He did It Chapter 2. He did the 2020 Invisible Man. He did Hidden Figures. He did Twisters. Alien Romulus.
If you feel it, chase it.
I'm still stuck on Hidden Fingers.
What?
That's what you, when you misspoke, it sounded like you said Hidden Fingers, and I love the idea of a whole movie about people hiding their fingers.
I didn't realize
I'm stealing that idea.
I didn't realize I misspoke.
Alien Romulus.
He did Alien Romulus. He did The Conjuring Last Rites. He also did Predator, Killer of Killers, and Predator Badlands.
Hey.
He was a co-composer on Badlands. Because I don't remember her name, but she also did Prey. So when it comes to Badlands, I want to give her some credit. But I think he was sole composer for Killer of Killers.
Yeah, I think that's true.
He's been... I don't know if he blew up from it or if it is what put him on my radar. But I feel like since it, he's been doing awesome work.
Yeah.
For a lot of great
He's done
projects.
Like a lot. He also has done... He did the Mortal Kombat 2.
That hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Did he do Mortal Kombat 1?
I don't know. I'm going backwards. Predator Badlands was with Sarah Schachner, as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. And they both did a great job on Badlands.
Yeah. Conjuring Last Rites, Predator, Killer of Killers, Until Dawn.
That was a fine movie.
Kraven the Hunter.
I didn't see it.
Alien Romulus, Twisters.
Yes.
The Flash.
Directed by Andy Muschietti.
Yeah.
So
that's another collaboration. That was his third collaboration with him. Yeah, he did do the first Mortal Kombat.
Hell yeah. That movie was fun.
He did Hellboy in 2019.
With David Harbour.
Yep.
Who was in Stranger Things.
Shazam. He did Shazam.
Okay. I like Shazam.
Blade Runner 2049.
Oh!
Which he composed with Hans Zimmer.
Oh, the two of them.
Yep.
That's a good score. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford's in that.
Yeah, he got nominated for a lot of stuff. He got nominated for a BAFTA, a Critics' Choice, a Grammy, and a Hollywood Music and Media Award.
Yeah, he had a busy 2017.
Yeah,
yeah,
he also did Annabelle Creation.
And It.
Yeah.
He did Hidden Figures in 2016. Lights Out in 2016.
Oh, he did Lights Out?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
This dude works.
Yeah, he works. I think that was probably his quote unquote big break was probably Lights Out, Hidden Figures like that year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But It is what put him
for sure
on my radar. Hit that in Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah. A fine addition to your collection. Do you own this movie?
I have it on Blu-ray. I also am wearing Pennywise socks.
You are. That's true.
And I have a Pennywise Funko Pop, but I think it's technically from It Chapter 2. Mm-hmm. So I'll have to remember to say that next week. Oh no, you guys know what we're doing next week. Like I haven't said it multiple times.
Oh no, it's not like
what if we came back and we just were like, not doing it though? The Lost episode.
The Lost episode.
We could buy this steelbook, Jeremy, for $194.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it's real cool.
You guys can afford that.
We're
if I was about to say, if you subscribe to our Patreon for only $3 a month, tell your friends.
Help us buy steelbooks.
Exactly.
All right, everybody, get out your Letterboxd reviews, please, and thank you.
It's it. What is it? It's it. What is it?
Why are you doing this?
It's it. What is it?
Why are you doing this?
Do you not know that song?
No.
It's Faith No More. Epic.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I gave this movie 4 stars and a heart. And I said, Pennywise can beat anything except getting roasted by a future stand-up comic.
Yep.
I gave this movie 4 stars and a heart. And I said, yucky, with 6 exclamation points.
I gave this 4 stars and a heart, making
4
this a 4-star banger.
Yep, certified.
Certified. And I said, no, Pennywise, don't turn into a goth baddie. I'm afraid of those. I mean it, Pennywise. Stop it. I'm scared. No.
That's good.
I'm really proud of that one.
That's good.
And so far, only one person liked it, but I can't see who. Oh, I can see who it is. Only one person has liked it.
Only one person has liked the movie It?
I meant my review, but yeah. And also, when I watched this on August 7th, 2021, thank you, Anneliese.
You're welcome.
2 people have liked my review. In 2021, I quoted, "Oh, I'm not real enough for you? I was real enough for Georgie." And then I said, Pennywise? More like Pettywise. Am I right?
Hey.
Also 3 likes. Thank you, Jeremy.
So guys, I have some really exciting news.
Do we have a...
We have like a lot.
Several Supernatural cast members.
Oh!
So, we'll start with Ari Cohen, who plays the rabbi, or Stanley's dad.
Okay.
And he is in an episode of Supernatural in 2006. We have Stephen Williams, who plays Mike's, like, guardian? Is it his guardian? His uncle? I don't know who.
Like his grandpa?
Like, yeah, whoever that is. Leroy Hanlon, like, whoever that is related to him. He has, like, a running... guest spot on Supernatural. His character's name is Rufus. Rufus is another hunter who's like an older hunter.
I feel like that actor works a lot.
Yeah, he does. He's in...
Because I recognized him, but I don't know from what.
He's in like a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of like one episode, or like certain
Yeah.
multi-episode
Like
arcs.
like he's a character actor.
Yes, exactly. But he's in like a lot. He's also
Yeah.
in iZombie. He's in like Smallville, like a lot of other stuff like that. But yeah, he has like a pretty relevant role. And then we've already talked about this one because we talked about it when we did Hell of a Summer. But Finn Wolfhard,
I forgot.
as a little bean, was a child actor in
Supernatural.
So, yep.
He's so good as Richie.
He really is. God, he's really good. Okay, special edition superlative. What would you do if they were your birthday clown?
Pennywise.
Mm-hmm.
I'd make that motherfucker dance. He's got some moves.
That's true.
I'll put on some Sandstorm by Darude.
And just let him go.
And just let him go, yeah.
What would I do if he were my birthday clown? I don't know. Like, in this particular scenario, he's gonna just play on my greatest fears. So, I guess really like try to duck the kangaroos jumping all over the place and get out of there.
It's fair.
Oh no, I have to dodge all the goth mommies. Oh no, not the baddies. What would you do if Pennywise was your birthday clown?
Float.
Hey.
That's it. Austin, would you die?
No, but I'll explain why next week.
Okay. Great.
I'm sorry. We're doing part 2 next week.
Yeah.
I feel like actually, you know what? I'll give you an answer. Would I die if I was a middle schooler meeting Pennywise? And the next week we'll do if I die.
As
we'll
an
do
adult.
as an
Right
adult.
now.
This week we'll do as middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So ask me again, please. Please and thank you.
Austin, would you die as a middle schooler
If I met Pennywise?
if you met Pennywise?
Yes. I think I would, because I don't think I would even though I was playing Halo 3, I don't think I would know to just Xbox Live gamer chat him. I don't think I would know, like, and then he would
Right.
be like a giant spider or like a goth mommy. I don't even know, but I'd be scared. And I wouldn't know to roast him.
Yeah.
So I think if I was a kid, I would die. How about you? Would you die if you're a middle schooler meeting Pennywise?
No, and I'll tell you why. I was not... I lived in the middle of nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what I was not doing, I was staying inside reading books all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't going out and, like, biking around my neighbor. I was not an outdoor child, really.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, it really depends on, like, if it was a summer I was feeling particularly imaginative and I was, like, going outside and, like, playing pretend and everything, then absolutely, without a doubt. I lived in the middle of nowhere. Nobody was fucking looking for me.
Oh.
But if I were what I was mostly doing, which is sitting inside and reading, probably not. Because, like, I was with my parents the whole time.
Then I might amend my answer.
Okay.
Because Halo 3 would have saved me.
That's true. We might have saved you. Unless he was, like, in the video game.
And even then, I wouldn't be scared. I just think he was part of the game.
Just been like, weird, there's a clown here.
Yeah. Halo gets scary at some points,
That's
so
true.
I wouldn't have even...
That's fair.
How about you, Jeremy?
No, I would not have died.
How come?
Because for the most part, I just am Richie, and he didn't die.
That's
Great. Jeremy, in real life, great. Now I gotta kill this fucking clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Austin, where can the people find you?
The people can find me doing a little dancey dance with Pennywise the Dancing Clown on all my socials at Austin M. Torres. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and Letterboxd. You can also find the show's social media at Would You Die Show. We have a YouTube channel where you can watch my short films like Spider, Ice Cream, The Blood Witch, and my most recent film, you can watch the trailer for Dietary Restrictions. We'll be putting those out in festivals, so hopefully I'll have some screening news soon. Subscribe to our Patreon. For only $3 a month, you can listen to our bonus content monthly episodes. You can listen to the Godzilla Project. We're next month, so close. Next month is episode 4, Godzilla Project. We have a weekly podcast called Would You Ball, because we like sports.
We don't care who knows.
Anneliese, where can the people find you?
The people can find me not feeling like a loser when I'm with both of you.
Aww.
And you can also find me at Whimsawillow on all of my social medias, mostly Instagram and Tumblr right now. Jeremy, where can the people find you?
You can find me making dick jokes in the face of certain death. You can also find me at Annually Funny across all social media platforms.
Thank you, Jeremy, for producing our show. Thank you to Josie Palmer for composing our theme music that you hear at the beginning and end of every episode. You can check out her other stuff on Spotify and Apple Music. Thank you to Alec Gibson at Crosshook Creative for our graphics on our social media. You can check out more of his work at wearecrosshook.com. Austin, we've talked about it a lot, but do you have a hint for the next episode?
It's it. Chapter 2. Until then, I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
Try not to die.